Yes. So we were trying to find out how to reach God, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So it all depends upon our mindset. Okay. We are not going to discuss or trying to find out whether God is there or not. We are going to just study what is written in our history textbook. Okay. That you must know. Because we cannot find out whether God is there or how is God, what is the shape of God. All those things are not a part of our study. Our study is just trying to discuss about religious beliefs and practices. These 2-3 days we were discussing about religious belief, different religious pattern, beliefs and all those things. Now we will just concentrate on the textbook. Okay. We can see during the festivals. Now tomorrow Makara Sankranti is there. School is on holiday. You have no classes. Okay. Are you happy? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Not. You want the classes?
Yes, sir. Sir, in some calendars it is
Naturally,
on 15th.
we should be happy. We are really working. Regularly, if you are studying, getting one day holiday is good. If we are not working, every day is same for us, then holiday has no meaning. Holiday has got meaning if we are really working all other days. So getting one extra one day, one holiday, it will help us to bring up our mindset of relaxation. Some relaxation is needed for us. That is why schools are having vacations. Schools are having vacations, breaks in between. This is needed. Continuously we cannot go on because we need to reorient our brain to some other areas whenever if it is needed.
Sir, when is vacation, sir?
Vacation will be in the month. Now vacation will be in the month of June only, May, April only. Till that we will continue our till annual exam is there. We will be seriously studying and discussing about these things. Okay. Now come on. Now there is a poem I am reading from another book. Why bathe in Ganga or even the Kaveri? Why go on pilgrimage to Cameroon? Why seek the waters of sounding sea? It is not known that Isa is in every place. Isha is in every place. Now there is another statement. O servant, where dost thou seek me? Lo, I am beside thee. I am neither in the temple nor in mosque. I am neither in Kaaba nor in Kailash. Neither I am in rites and ceremonies, nor in yoga or in renunciation. If thou art a true seeker, thou shalt at once see me. Thou shalt meet me in a moment of time. Kabir says, O Sadhu, God is the breath of all breath. These are different poems concerning God.
Sir, it is in which page number, sir?
It is not in your textbook. Okay? It is not in your textbook. I am reading from another one. Okay? See, search of God is a desire of man. Where is God? So different poets are giving different way to meet God. So where is God? What is the shape of God? All those things they are discussing. It's a human desire to find out who is God. Okay. So yesterday, now we will come back to our textbook. Yesterday I was discussing about two groups of religious divisions in India. That is Shivites and Vaishnavites. You know, according to Hindu religion, there are three persons in God: Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. Brahma, the creator of God, the creator, he has completed his work after we are born. Is that reason or any other reason, we don't know. People praying to Brahma are less.
Yes, in old books, they tell that if Brahma dies, our earth will also die.
Okay. Brahma has completed his work, creation. Now, after birth, we need wealth, we need facilities, we need health, we need all good things. For that, we pray to Vishnu. And when Vishnu has given something, we pray to Shiva also. My dear Shiva, my God, Vishnu has agreed to give me all these things, or already I got it.
Some people are waiting in the
Please permit me to use these facilities and permit me to live in the earth long. So we pray to Shiva so that we will be healthy. We will continue with our health facilities, wealth facilities. Who is murmuring? Health facilities and wealthy facilities, have a family life, good life. So we pray to Shiva, please don't trouble me, don't create any trouble to me. Let me live. So we pray. So naturally there are. But some people say Vishnu should be given importance. Some people say Shiva should be given importance. If wealth is there, if wealth is there, no health, there is no use. If health is there but no wealth, then also problem is that we can make wealth, but still it's a problem. If health is there, if we pray to Vishnu, Vishnu is ready to give health, wealth facilities, then we will be happy. So that is ours. So we leave Brahma, we pray to Vishnu. So there are two groups, and mainly the people in Tamil Nadu, we are in our textbook, they are given about Tamil Nadu, Alvas. They are the people who pray to God Vishnu. That is a word. So let us see what is Vaishnava.
Admit them.
Okay. Thank you. Where is that? Yes, wait. Okay. Done. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Now all have come inside. Okay.
Yes, sir. It's unlocked. Yes.
It's unlocked. Okay. So let us see in the textbook page number 105. Shiva, Vishnu and Durga as supreme deities came to be worshipped through elaborate rituals. Durga is a goddess. We are a bit scared of looking at her. So these are the pictures that usually we see. At the same time, goddesses and goddesses worshipped in different areas came to be identified with Shiva, Vishnu or Durga. If you go to Bengal, their Durga Puja is important. If you come to Tamil Nadu, Vishnu is important. If you come to Central India, Shiva temples are more. So, like according to different areas, it is like that. In the process, local myths and legends became a part of the Puranic stories, Puranas. And methods of worship recommended the Puranas were introduced into local cultures. Eventually, the Puranas also laid down that it was possible for devotee to receive the grace of God, regardless of their caste status. The idea of bhakti became so popular that even Buddhists and Jains adopted this. Means, in earlier belief, only those who pray to God can go to heaven. Who can pray? Only the Brahmins. Only the Brahmins were praying and only they can go to God, or reach God. So, the changes have taken place now. Even Puranas are telling no, anybody can reach God. No caste, no color. What you must do? You must pray to God. You must do good things as per the directions of God. It is not necessary that you go to temple. It is not necessary that you go to church. It is not necessary that you go to mosque. You behave in a correct way, in a truthful way, good way, and communicate, do the things for good others. Then naturally you would be reaching in heaven. That is what is told. Okay. New kind of bhakti in South India. Now we will come to South India, Alvas. Okay. The 7th to 9th century saw the emergence of new religious movements. The Nayanas devoted to Shiva and Alvas, saints devoted to Vishnu. So Shivites and Vaishnavites. Those who worshipped Shiva were called Nayanas. Those who worshipped Shiva were called Nayanas. Those who worshipped Vishnu were called Alvas. Okay? That's what is there. Who came then? And Alvas who came from all castes, including those considered untouchable, like a Pulayar and Panas. When we studied first chapter, we have met some Pulayar families in page number 27 of our history test. We have discussed about the Pulayas, how the Pulayas, their family life. Page number 27 we see, on the outskirts of Adanur was a small hamlet of Pulayas, a name used for social group considered outcast by the Brahmanas and Vallalas, studded with the small huts under the old thatches and inhabited by the agrarian laborers engaged in menial occupations. This I am reading from page number 27 of our text. See, such kind of people who were not considered equal with others, they were also members of this Alvas or Nayanar groups. That is the importance of it. Those who were considered outcast were members of this group. They were sharply critical of the Buddhists and Jains and preached ardent love for Shiva or Vishnu as the path to salvation. What is salvation? What is salvation? What is salvation? Hello? My dear students.
First, salvation is being free from all janmas.
Free from all janmas means you are being with God. Okay? When you completed all janmas,
Yes, sir.
you reach God.
You will not
You reach in moksha. You are with God. That is known as salvation. So, to attain salvation only, everybody does this kind of works, good things, to be with God, to make God happy, to do the deeds which make your neighbors and yourself happy. That is what is told. So the path of salvation, if you want to reach the God, you must enter into the road that is going to heaven. Then you can be anybody, but you do good things. They drew upon ideals of love and heroism as found in the Sangam literature and blended them with the values of bhakti. Bhakti means devotion to God. That doesn't mean that morning until evening, Rama, 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 Jesus, 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 like that you must sit and pray. That is not a bhakti. That is simply wasting the time. When you do your work duty, when I am as a teacher, when I am teaching properly, when I am preparing my class to teach you, then I make you understand the lessons, then I am doing my duty. So that itself is a prayer. It is not necessary that when I come to the class and say, oh Jesus, 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 like that if I go on speak, or Rama, 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 or Allah, 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 if I go on, that is not method, that is not the way to reach moksha. You are not doing what is right. So you have to do your duties, and the duty you do with the devotion to God means perfectly and correctly as that is expected by God. When it is expected by God, or you are doing the things as expected by God, naturally the beneficiaries, the members who receive your service, they will be happy, or the persons with whom you interact will be happy. You will not make them sad or unhappy. That is the way you can reach moksha. It is not just, that doesn't mean that you should not pray. That doesn't mean that you should not call God, oh my God, or Allah, or Akbar, Jesus Christ, or Rama Rama. Doesn't mean that you should not call. You should call sometimes, not full time. That's what you must understand. Blended with them values of bhakti, the Nayanas and Alvas went from place to place composing exquisite poems in praise of deities. Then enshrined in the villages, they visited and set them in music. You know, when festivals come, you go to temple. There you visit the temple, offer the prayers, stand there and sing the prayers. At home, a small puja is conducted. You also join with the pujari to repeat the prayers. So those are part of our outward expression on belief of God. Some people have to understand by outward expression only. They want to see a statue or anything to worship God. Others, they cannot believe, accept it. That is what is the difference of it. Here now you see Nayanas and Alvas. Who were there in that group? There were 63 Nayanas who belong to different caste backgrounds, such as potters. You know, modern period pottery is not so much great because we are using aluminum, copper or steel vessels at home. Ancient period, people used only mud vessels, potters. So potter used to mixing clay and things, used to mix the clay properly, give the shape to the vessels and bake it and sell it. That's a pottery. So such a person, those persons were not considered as a high caste in the group. The educated persons. In modern period also it is like that. Whatever we speak, but the modern period, anybody can get education. That's the difference. At that time, only one section of the people were permitted to get education. Now, the respect is given to the person who is educated. So, anybody has got chance to get education. That is the difference between ancient period and modern. But the respect is same. More respect is given to the persons who are highly educated, behaving in a proper way. They are more respected. So, the difference is attainment. Anybody can attain. At that time, it was only possible for one section of the society. That is the difference. Such as potters, untouchable workers, peasants, hunters, soldiers, brahmanas, and chief. So, all sections of the people, irrespective of their caste, they used to come together for the prayer. Now it is like that. Any temple you go, all people come there. Any churches you go, all people come there. Any mosque you go, all the people come there. They sit together, pray together. So that is what is needed. That is what is important. The best known among them were Appar, Sambandar, Sundardar, Manikyavasagar. There are two sets of compilations, Tevaram and Thiruvakkam. They were the songs compiled by them. In cinema or in cinemas at least you can see, might have seen, when a festival is there, there will be dance programs. There will be cultural activities related to temple festivals. So people get entertainment by that. And by that they will convey the religious ideologies. So all those things were happening in the society. There were 12 alvas who came from equally divergent backgrounds. The best known being Periyavalvar, his daughter Andal, Tondarapadi, Appodi Alvar, and Nammalvar. These songs compiled in the Divya Prabandham. So, the Nayana songs were in Tevaram and Thiruvakkam. This is Divya Prabandham. Divya means respected, sacred, that is concerned with God. Prabandham means essays. In Divya Prabandham, in that book, sacred essays, sacred writings, we can find writings about the Alvas. Between the 10th and the 12th centuries, Chola and Pandya kings built elaborate temples around many of the shrines visited by the saint poets, strengthening the links between the Bhakti tradition and the temple worship. Besides, this was also a time when their poems were compiled. Besides, hagiographies or religious biography for the Alvas and Nayanas were also composed. Today, we use these texts as sources for writing histories of the Bhakti tradition. The poets, their background, where they were born, what are things they did, that is a hagiography. Biography is a history of a person. If that somebody else writes my biography, Hemant writes my biography, it becomes biography. If I write my own biography, it becomes autobiography. That is the difference. Autobiography. What is the name of the autobiography of Mahatma Gandhi?
My experiments with truth.
Very good. My experiments with the truth. That's the autobiography of Mahatma Gandhi. A biography about himself. In that biography, one thing is that about the death of the person cannot be written because that person is writing. He cannot write his death and die. Okay, and that will be available in biography soon. In autobiography, we will not get the death or when did he die and all those. The informations will not be available in the autobiography because other person only after his death when somebody writes about history, he died on this, born on this date, died on those things can be mentioned there. That is in a biography, not in a autobiography. So, about religious leaders, if you write, it is known as hagiography. Any religious leader, if you write this Sai Baba or anybody considered religious leaders, then it is known as a hagiography. Now let us see. This is a composition of Manika Vasaya, one of the poem I am going to read and I will explain to you. Into my veiled body of flesh, you came as though it were a temple of gold, and soothed me wholly and saved me. O Lord of grace, O gem most pure. Sorrow and birth and death and illusion, you took from me and set me free. O bliss, O light, I have taken refuge in you, and never can I be parted from you. This is a composition, a poem written by Manikavasa. What he tells about God. He speaks about God. What he tells? Into my veiled body of flesh. Now I am a bit thick, fat. But here the poet tells that his body is veiled, means weak and thin. It is not strong. Into that body, okay, a body which is very thin and weak, that is known as a veil. Into my veiled body of flesh. That body will be a flesh will be there. I have got my flesh now, this one. So that flesh. But here the poet is mentioning about a veil, weak body. A body which is not very strong, a weak body, tired, weakness affected body, not so much a healthy body. Into that body, that's what he tells. Into my veiled body of flesh, you came. Who is that you? God. You came as though it were a temple of gold. You came as it is a temple of gold. My body was made up of gold. And that's it. It's a temple. Temple is a place where God resides. But that's we believe. God is everywhere. But I believe is there. So into that my body has become a temple. And it was a veiled body. But you came. When your arrival has made me to feel that it is made up of gold. Not a weak flesh. It is a very strong and very attractive flesh, very attractive body I am having. Because you came to me. So I thought when you came to me, my body has become or made up of a gold. And it's a temple. So that is feeling I have got. That's what the poet tells. You came as though it were a temple of gold. And soothed me wholly and saved me. Soothing me means slowly rubbing, making me so smooth and comfortable. You know, when we apply oil and we rub the body, it's nice, it's soothing, making us more comfortable, more enjoyable, not having any tensions and feelings. So that's the poet tells. You soothed me. Means God, you have entered into my body and you have made me to feel that and poured oil on my body and you have soothed it nicely, rubbed it nicely, slowly, so that I will feel so much comfortable. Soothed me wholly and saved me. Otherwise I would have perished. Now you made me in my mindset, you changed my mindset. You made me happy. I was in a mood of situation. I was in a sad situation. I was frustrated of living. You brought me back, you saved me. You brought me back to life. You made me to feel that I should live happy life. And you are with me. That feeling is created by God. That's what the poet tells. You came as though it were a temple of gold. And soothed me wholly, means completely, complete part of God, body. Soothed me all. Here the body and mind, your complete thinkings, brain, everything is made comfortable, made very happy. In a composed manner, you brought it. That's what poet tells. And soothed me wholly and saved me. O Lord of grace, O gem most pure, you are Lord of grace. You have graced me. You have showered blessings upon me. You have dropped blessings on me. O Lord of graces have poured on me. O Lord of grace, O gem most pure, diamond or gem, that's most pure, means just no dirt at all. So much clean you are. God, you are the most purest gem. And so he is telling, you are most pure God. And that purity on you, you have poured on me. You have soothed me. Sorrow and birth and death and illusion. You'll be sorrow. That sorrow is soothed out from you. So no sorrow, no sadness. And birth, when somebody is born in our home, we all will be happy. Here poet tells, I don't feel much sadness or much happiness. That's what the poet tells. Okay. I don't feel much sadness or happiness. I am okay. I am not so much excited by somebody's birth. In any home, anywhere, some child is born, that brings happiness. Everywhere you might have seen, when the child is born, child will cry aloud, others will smile. When a cry of the child is heard from inside the room, outside so much of expression of happiness will be there. They feel happy. Child is crying, but we are all happy. Others outside members who hear the cry of the child is so happy, because that brings the happiness. When a child is born, you might have seen in the movie named Three Idiots, how the sadness that childbirth is taking place, because child was not crying. Then hero tells all is well. Then child kicks and starts crying. So that crying of the child has brought the happiness in that entire room. This is cinema it is, but that is natural everywhere. A crying of the child. So till the child did not cry, nobody in that group was happy. All got frustrated, unhappy. So here the poet is telling, I am not so much sorrow, I don't have any feeling. If the birth is taking place, so I don't have. Then death. If somebody dies, we will be very sad. So here poet tells, it is immaterial for me. Whether birth is taking place, where death is taking place, or I am have sorrow, or anything that's illusion, something that is not real. It doesn't worry me. It doesn't make me any difference. Everything is same for me. That's what the poet tells. Sorrow and birth and death and illusion, you took it from me. All these feelings you took away from me. I don't have any feel. So much sadness, no so much happiness, no sorrow, no imaginative thinking, something that is not reality, illusion, maya. It's not there. You took from me and set me free. Now I am free from all those things. I am with you. I am with God. I am free. Oh bliss, oh light, I have taken refuge in you. I have come inside you. I have inside you. I am with you. I am protected. I have taken refuge in you. I never can I be part of you. Please don't separate me from that. Make me part of it. Keep me with it. That's what the poet tells. Okay, bye. Tomorrow we will see further. I will put the syllabus to the paper today. Okay. Yes, bye. Bye.